Welcome to the session. Today we shall discuss about painful rib syndrome, a condition which is not uncommon and uh, well recognized but less diagnosed condition. First, we shall consider a scenario that a lady of 29 years presented with pain right upper abdomen which increases on movement. She has no fever, cough or weight loss. Examination showed tender right costal margin and anterior end of right 10th rib, but she has no other abnormality. Physical examination, in addition to physical examination, investigations, complete blood count, X-ray chest PA view, ECG, and ultrasonogram of upper abdomen reveals no abnormality. Now, the question, what is the diagnosis? Our diagnosis is painful rib syndrome. There are many other names to this condition. One is sleeping rib syndrome, others are clicking rib, displaced rib tip syndrome, nerve nipping, 12th rib syndrome, hypersensitive gyphoid. It was described in early 20th century. It is not uncommon in gastroenterology practice. One report shows that about 5% of total referral to the gastroenterology OPD are painful rib syndrome, but it is underdiagnosed or neglected condition. Pain arises from costal margin, affects mostly middle-aged people, but age may vary from 12 to 80 years. Females are more affected. Now, we shall consider or recapitulate the anatomy of chest hole. We have 12 pairs of ribs. All are attached posteriorly with side of body of respective thoracic vertebra. Of 12, upper 7 ribs, pairs are connected to the sternum through costal cartilages. 8th, 9th and 10th ribs are connected through costal cartilages with immediate higher ribs. And these three are called false ribs. But 11th and 12th ribs do not attach to the sternum at all. And these are called floating ribs. The intercostal space is filled with intercostal muscles and anteriorly intercostal membranes in upper 7. Now we consider pathophysiology or cause. Exact cause not known. It affects ribs not joining sternum directly. Ligament injury due to trauma, injury or surgery may be the precipitating factors. Probably excessive mobility of rib cartilage or ligaments, especially 8th, 9th and 10th ribs, may be the cause. This movement causes irritation to intercostal nerves, strain intercostal muscles, and leads to inflammation and pain. Some diseases that can precipitate this condition, those are chronic severe cough, bronchitis, bronchial asthma. Now, how the patient presents, that is symptoms. Usually, patient presents with pain lower chest or upper abdomen, episodic and sharp, then become dull aching. Patient may present with back pain, difficulty in breathing, and these are exacerbated on bending, coughing, sneezing, deep breathing, stressing, or turning in bed. Sometimes patient may present with pain in epigastrium. Commonly, this pain is unilateral but may be bilateral. On physical examination, usually tender spot or spots on lower costal margin including anterior ends of 8 to 10 ribs is found. Otherwise, these patients are normal. It may include gyphoid and reproduction of pain on pressure on the spots. There is a maneuver, hooking maneuver, hooking fingers under the rib margin and then moving upwards and backwards also reproduces similar pain or discomfort. It is different from costochondritis, that is Tietz syndrome, which involves upper costal cartilage. Now comes to the point of differential diagnosis, that is what diseases can mimic this condition. Cholecystitis, peptic ulcer disease, esophagitis, stress fracture, muscle tear, pruritic chest pain, asthma, bronchitis, costochondritis or Tietz syndrome, ischemic heart disease, appendicitis, secondary metastasis to bones. Now, how we'll investigate these patients? First thing, we shall do a complete blood count and this is usually normal. X-ray chest PA view, usually normal. ECG, it is usually normal. Ultrasonogram of abdomen with attention to affected lower chest, usually normal. Further investigations like CT scan or MRI of chest and abdomen, ETT, endoscopy of upper GIT are usually not needed. Then comes the point of treatment. First thing is reassurance. Some patients recover spontaneously. For others, first thing is rest, avoidance of extraneous activity, application of heat or ice to the site of pain, then use of painkiller, that is acetaminophen or NSAID, and exercise. But it should be remembered that the exercise that cause continuous pressure on chest should be avoided. If pain continues, what shall we do? There are many options. One is corticosteroid injection, another is botulinum toxin injection. We can do intercostal nerve blocking by injecting anesthetic agents. This is usually curative in most of the cases. Next is prolotherapy. What is this? Injection of irritant that may be dextrose that leads nerve endings to promote body's natural healing process. Another option is ultrasound therapy. Then physiotherapy. Physiotherapy, within this there is breathing exercise. What is done? Breathing in deeply and holding for about 10 seconds and exhalation slowly. It should be regularly, routinely done. Another is expansion of chest, where patient stands or sits with a straight back and pushes their shoulders backward, squeezing them together to expand chest muscles. Then pulls shoulders forward, squeezing them together to compress the muscles. Another is pressure exercise. Here, careful pressure is applied on chest. Then patient breathes in deeply and exhales slowly. After all these measures, if not improved, the last option is surgery. What is done? Excision of costal cartilage and it is cured. But till now, it is a new process, so it is considered less. What is the complication or prognosis of this condition? It is more or less a benign disease. Pain may become severe, especially during movement or other side at bed, time of wearing bra, but it does not do any harm to internal organs. Sometimes we may have to re-evaluate or to do further investigations. When? If the patient complains pain continuously, if pain causes discomfort and interferes daily activities and quality of life. And another condition when urgent consultation is required. When? When patient have severe chest pain associated with difficulty in breathing, which may be due to acute coronary syndrome. Thank you.